Hello, I'm Jacob Gordon and I'm living healthy every day. Today, I want to talk about the importance of vitamin D. About 20 years ago, scientists and researchers went to the equator to measure the vitamin D levels of people living near the equator and people living up north. And what they found was pretty miraculous. They found that people up north only had 20 nanograms per milliliter, 20 to 30, of vitamin D in their blood, versus people in the equator who had 60, 70, 80 nanograms per milliliter of vitamin D in their blood. And they looked at the people near the equator and they found they had better cardiovascular health, they had better sugar resistance, they had less chronic illnesses, and they were generally healthier because their immune systems were better. And so they found something quite extraordinary, that vitamin D wasn't just a vitamin, it kind of acted like a hormone, even though it was called vitamin D. And so they did some tests on it, and over time they found that vitamin D is very essential for the body, and that optimum levels are around 50 nanograms per milliliter to 80 nanograms per milliliter. And if you're below that, your immune system doesn't work as properly, your thyroid doesn't work as properly. And same thing if you're above 80 or higher than that, it can become toxic. And vitamin D, there's a few ways to absorb vitamin D. It's a fat soluble substance, and you want to make sure to be taking, if you are taking it in supplement form, I take Metagenics vitamin D3 5,000 micro units as chlorocalciferol. That's a fat soluble, so make sure you're eating it when you're eating fats. So like eat it with an avocado, or take this with the avocado in the morning. Just make sure you're having fats because they will be broken down with fats. Another way to get your vitamin D is, of course, the sun. But people living above 40 degrees in the north are gonna have a lot tougher time absorbing the sun, because the sun, its rays gets blocked, because let's say during the winter times of the month, the sun isn't as high as it normally is, so the light rays get absorbed by the Earth's atmosphere and you don't get all the vitamin D that is being put out by the sun, so you need to supplement with this. So the best time in the sun is 10 to 20 minutes in the sun, and you don't really have to worry about sunscreen unless you're going on after that, or if you have very pale skin. And around March through October is the time when you can do that, can get it in the sun and get the optimal amounts of vitamin D from the sun. And then past that, during the winter months, and in the winter months, especially in North America, you want to be able to supplement. What are some of the benefits of vitamin D? Vitamin D is a powerful antioxidant, and so therefore it will help prevent cancer. It's been proven in many studies to prevent cancer and be helpful in the treatment of cancer. It's also helpful in increasing calcium into your bones to prevent osteoporosis and rickets. It also improves muscular function. It also protects you from cardiovascular disease and type 2 diabetes. So it's very good overall, not just for hormones, but for your body in general. One of the most absorbable ways to take vitamin D is through vitamin D3, not vitamin D2 because it's less absorbable in your body, but vitamin D3 is very absorbable, especially when you combine it with selenium. Selenium will help your body, along with fat and selenium, it will help your body absorb this vitamin D to your optimum levels. It's a quick way to get this in your system. I like to take vitamin D3 from Metagenics. I'm not affiliated with them in any way. And I take 5,000 IUs, and sometimes when that's too high and my blood's too high, I'll jump down to 2,000. The recommended dosage is 600, but that's just too low. That's for someone who lives at the equator pretty much. So be sure to get regularly tested every time you get a physical at the doctor's. Just ask the doctor, can you test my vitamin D levels? Because it's so essential to know how healthy your system is through your vitamin D levels. I'll be making a video about the symptoms of vitamin D deficiency and how to look out for them and the best ways to prevent them. So like I always say, stay beautiful and have a great day.